들리세요?
Hour is here.
예,
I think we're
네,
starting
방금
soon.
들어오셨나요, 혹시? 예, 들어왔어요. 네.
Oh shit! That's not ideal. Dude, Stratos, that's totally your fault. I clicked your link and everything crashed. Oh, actually, wait. Does that mean my? Oh, that means my stream test's probably not working. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm live. Whoa! Woohoo!
아프리카 스타크래프트 자존심 소닉TV 함께하고 있습니다. 7차 서비스 리그
Oh man, I
16강 비디오
love
첫
how
번째
like
경기.
he doesn't have it integrated into the stream at all. He just opens up a random file using Go Player on his computer, and like that's the intro. Man, somebody needs to like show these guys how to use XSplit, where you can, actually embed the video in the stream or something. That's just really funny. Super old school. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing my first cast of the Sonic BJ Star League. It is the round of 16, Group B, with Perfectman, Mong, Saber, and who's the last guy? Shiny. I think it's Shiny. I'm not really sure though. Anyway, the first match is going to be Perfectman versus Mong. Pretty epic. A TVP. Looks like the first map is Jade. Pretty sure it's Jade. And also, I'm getting a little bit freaked out by the widescreen obsing that they're using. The good old HD Brutal hack thing. Is the commentator volume still too loud? Alright. I shall lower it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is going to take a little bit of getting used to. I haven't actually watched very much of this league so far. I've been watching it occasionally, mainly from my phone, watching Afrika like on the train to work, which is pretty awesome actually now that they've opened up to foreigners. See, I'm actually kind of just really weirded out by the 16-9 Bruder here. But anyway, we will have Perfectman, former Hwaseong Oz, into KT Rolster Pro Gamer, as the red Protoss at the bottom right, and Mong, our Super Gosu Amateur Terran player, as the yellow Terran at the bottom left. I believe he is an ex-pro as well, an ex-pro gamer. Yeah, it looks like he was on CJ Entis. And whoa, is this like FP view? Is someone holding a camera up to the screens? What is going on here? Man, Sonic's got some crazy stuff going on in his office. This is actually really cool. If I could figure out what was happening, yeah. This is the FP view. That is legit. Someone's just holding like a handheld camcorder there, sending it to the stream. That's pretty sweet. Anyway, yeah, Mong was on CJ Antis. I looked on at his TLPD entry, and he actually has a single game on TLPD where he lost a TBT to C really, I believe, and like that's the only thing. That's the only game there. So presumably that's the only televised game he played. But he is, I believe, #1 in the Africa BJ rankings or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how they determine those, but I'm pretty sure that means he's kind of good or something. So anyway, looks like Perfectman scouted cross map first, and now he's going down to the bottom left. He has gone for a pretty fast expansion there. I can see the Nexus already thrown down. I wasn't actually paying attention. Was that just like a 1-gate gasless expand, or did he 12 nex? Was he 12 nexing while I wasn't paying attention? I'm gonna blame all the wacky stuff that's going on with camcorders and stuff. It's kind of crazy. I mean, they even have booth girls, crying out loud. I wonder where they got the booth girls, by the way. That was really funny, because I saw that for the first time yesterday. I actually tuned into Group A, kind of from work. I just like snuck on and watched a little bit, and it was just really funny to see they actually got a booth girl. And today's booth girl, I think, is different. I think it's a different girl from the one they had yesterday. So I don't know where they're getting all these star girls from, but it's pretty awesome. Anyway, I mean, with all the ex-pro gamers now kind of joining in on the fun in the amateur scene, I guess we're bound to get a few extra fangirls coming into the scene. Anyway, it looks like, unfortunately for Mong, he's going to scout his opponent quite late here, but he's actually opted to go for a fast vulture, even though it is TVP. It looks like he's gone for a vulture and then gone for the machine shop, which is less common than just going straight for the C-shank, but you know, I have seen this before. You can just poke around with the vulture a bit, and since he did scout late, then this will allow him to just poke in and see what's going on in the Protoss space here. Looks like, ooh, a Zealot is actually out as well for Perfectman, going to block the ramp there, so the vulture is just going to see the expansion here. Probably able to click on the minerals and see that has been down for a little while, and what? How did that SCV get in? I could have sworn that Zealot was blocking the ramp. I don't know if that was just a misplaced Zealot or some kind of weird mineral glitch is going on here. That's that's interesting. Anyway, so that's been taken care of, but that's actually quite useful for what's his face, for Mong to actually see the entire main. What he didn't see though is this Citadel placed at the natural, and that feels a little bit fast to me. I'm suspecting some kind of sneaky 2-base Arbiter play coming out from Perfectman or something like that. It does seem to be a relatively quick Citadel, but let's see exactly what he does go for here. I mean, I remember in Pro League, actually, once we saw Fast Citadel, and it turned out to be some weird Storm Drop build, on this map, in fact, so I don't want to put anything past Perfectman, but I think it's more likely to be 2-base Arbiter. On the other side, we do see a Starport. With Control Tower, it's going to be some drop play coming out from Mong. He has expanded as well, of course. But a little bit later expansion. Not a big deal. There he is. Looking baller. This is so cool. They have like the camera set up and everything. Man, Sonic is the man. He is the man. If I lived in Korea, I'd buy that guy a beer. Anyway, 3 vultures now moving down. Laying some random spider mines, going to block the Protoss' third. Later, looks like the Dragoons ate a single mine there. I don't think any of them died. And see, normally this would be fairly annoying for a Protoss, because in PvT, at this point, you know, if you're going to play a little bit greedier, or even not, if you're playing standard even, you might want to start thinking about taking your third at this point. However, because Perfectman is going for a 2-base Arbiter, his third base is actually, or he's not thinking about taking it until a little bit later here. And it looks like he has sent out the probe now. Sees the spider mines there, probably can figure that there's going to be some vultures there. But I don't think he's going to be overly concerned about this, considering his third base would be slightly later than normal with that. Well, presumably 2-base Arbiter. I still haven't actually seen the Stargate and Archives yet, but I'm still going with my prediction there. He's actually gone. All right, he's got a DT. He's got Temple Archives. Does he have a Stargate? I don't think he actually has a Stargate here. So is he just doing some kind of weird mid-game DT drop? That would be very, very interesting. Yeah, because he's got the Robo already, so I'm actually certain that it's not 2-base Arbiter, because that Robo would be too fast for that. If you go for the fast Stargate and Arbiters, you just don't have enough gas for a Robo for actually quite a long time, and you're quite vulnerable to Spider Mine. So he's doing something slightly unusual here. He's going to just drop these DTs straight on the turret. The SCVs are partly blocking here. Looks like they don't quite block it in time, so 3 DTs do kill the turret. The shuttle goes down. The Academy's not quite done yet, so he's immediately building another turret in the main. There is another turret higher up by the factory, so it looks like the siege tank will be able to ward away that 1 DT, but the main mineral line is completely vulnerable here, and the Academy is now being targeted. Is the Academy going to finish? He should attack the SCV. He does attack the SCV. The Academy's not going to finish. He's trying to stop that turret from completing at the gas. The SCVs are trying to stack to block the DTs, but it's not quite working. The turret is going to go down here. The turret is not going to finish, and he can't finish the Academy either. This mid-game DT drop is actually doing a stupid amount of damage, even though there were already turrets up in place ready for this. One in the main, one by the factories. It doesn't even matter. The 3 DT drop is just too strong here. And it looks like now there is a Stargate going up. Of course, the logical follow-up, the normal follow-up from a DT drop is to go for Arbiters anyway. So kind of a delayed 2-base Arbiter here. He has, of course, now taken his 3rd base, but it's not up and running yet. And it doesn't even matter, though. These DTs, I think, probably have just won him the game anyway. It looks like finally has a bit of detection, kind of edging closer and closer to the mineral line, but he's still losing SCVs here. The DTs are still going to work, and now some Dragoons are actually moving out here. There's a couple of Spider Mines in the way. The drops are actually going to provide some vision as well. But he's actually, look at this, Mong's actually lost a ton of supply depots. I'd imagine he's probably supply blocked at this point anyway, so he can't even build any more units. Looks like we can't see their supply counts. Don't have that handy-dandy OGN little counter thing at the bottom right, but I'm pretty sure having lost like 6 supply depots there, he just is not able to build any units. Now the Dragoons looks like they're just going to try and force their way down here. There is 1 siege tank in position, but it's not going to be nearly enough here. And that mine drag, that mine didn't even go off until the last second there, blowing up the tank and the 2 Dragoons. The SCVs are pulled, but I think Mong is completely dead here. Perfectman has now got his 3 bases up. He's transferring his probes there. He's continuing his production. There's just nothing left here for Mong. And a pretty nice strategy here from Perfectman. Just this slightly unusual DT drop timing. Anyway, it is a best of 3 though. I believe. Actually, wait. Yes, it is. I think even in the round of 16, it's still group stages. So we're best of 3 matches, and then in the whole group, I think is an MSL style dual elimination group thingy. I don't actually know what this style is called, but it's MSL groups. I'm fairly certain anyone watching will know what that means. Basically, you know, 4 players in a group, first 2 play, second 2 play, and then it's winners match, losers match, and finals match. Sorry about that phone ringing. I actually can't even stop it. If I disconnect it, I think my internet explodes or something. I think I tried this once on stream with 2 catastrophic results. Meanwhile, it looks like Mong just being a Terran and refusing to die and or leave. But he's lost the game, basically. Oh, buffer and a GG. I like that. That's good. That's good. Doesn't really matter at this point. And Perfectman, is Perfectman even trying at this point? It's just kind of A-moving stuff. Doesn't even matter. He suicided 2 obs into the main base, just into a turret there. And GG from Mong. Perfectman takes game number 1. And there he is in all his glory. And yeah, he takes first game in this best of 3. Mong can still come back and win it. And even if he loses the best of 3, it doesn't matter. He'll just drop down into the losers match and will still not be out of the group just yet. But it will be slightly more difficult for him. Although actually, let me take a look at his run through the round of 32 groups, because I believe all the players in today's group, except for Sabre, actually got 2nd place. So they all went down to the final match of their round of 32 groups anyway. Yeah, Mong actually had quite a struggle here in his round of 32 group. He got into the winners match and then got owned by Busan. and then went down to the wire in the final match, which was a best of 5. Basically went down to game 5, where he barely beat minus Zealot.
심판분은 그거예요. 혹시라도 선수가 사운드를 중간에 끌 수가 있기 때문에 그거에 대한 그 준비를 하기.
But he's a number 1 ranked BJ Africa dude, so I have faith. Mong is also, in fact, I believe, the guy who went the farthest out of. Well, actually, in all the players in this group, Perfectman, Saber, and Saber, I don't think even played in the last Sonic Star League. And who's the last guy? Shiny, I think he played. Did he play? Either way, Mong got to the round of 8 of the last Sonic Star League, where he lost to Haya in the elimination bracket. So I think he went the farthest of all these guys anyway. Okay, looks like Shiny's won a Sonic Star League before, but just didn't do so hot in the last one. Okay, makes sense. I keep wanting to say Shiny though. Is it actually Shiny? If I just like was reading that word in a book or something, I would say Shiny. Shiny. That sounds cool. Should make him French. Shiny. Oh, it is shiny apparently. Okay. Alright. See, the other thing it makes me think of is like is Shine. So whenever I see his name, it could also be it like conjures up images of Bisou fanboys in forums just being mad, you know. So like when Shine Hydro busts Bisou, like they just like type Shine in all caps, but then because they're so angry they typo and they put an extra E on the end, so it's like Shine, except it's with the E's instead of I's. So yeah, I wouldn't have picked Shiny as my ID. Saber, on the other hand, actually, I'll talk more about Saber later on. Saber's an awesome idea. I'm actually cheering for Saber in this whole group. I really don't know much about any of these players. Like, I know the ex-pros like Killer and Perfectman, but all the amateurs, I basically have no idea about any of them. When I saw Saber, I was like, I'm rooting for Saber. Because of course I'm being the weeboo that I am. It immediately conjured up the